David Corson, Saturday, May 10th, 2025. Middle of the afternoon. Getting ready to go down and pick my son up at the airport. Hope everybody had a great Friday night, awesome Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and going to your Saturday night with a smile on your face, positive thought. Mother's Day tomorrow, and just make the best of your time this weekend because there's a lot to do. Like I said, my son's coming in. He had the Saturday off. His girlfriend's training and to become a flight attendant for American. And he's like, hey, I'm going to fly. I found a round trip ticket for 1:30 on Southwest. Way to go. Woohoo, cha-ching on that. He's here till Tuesday, but we got bad weather. It's raining. It's just really, really nasty. And I'm sitting here out on the porch. Had to put our house up for sale this morning at 10 a.m. We already had a showing at 1:30. And then we got 2 or 3 tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get an offer. That'd be great. Because showing the house, man, you got to listen. I got to put the dogs in the truck. You got to turn all the lights on. I got to go hang out up by the tennis courts. And, hopefully just someone will see the light. Listen, we made the house look really nice. Yard's cut. And even though it's kind of wet and rainy here, they're out looking. And listen, school's getting out. If you want to make your move here, you got to get it done before early August. And we want to get the house sold. We want to get moved, and we're ready to get going. So that's what my weekend's been. Selling the house. We got some stuff going on with the others. Got the carpet in, and got the surface materials in. It looks so incredible. My wife did an awesome, awesome job on that house. I'm sure when my son comes up here, he's like, because he hasn't seen it. Last time he was up here a couple months ago was just finishing the drywall but the concrete's poured. The only thing really is outside is just the sod because it's been raining here and they won't let you cut it. They won't let you put any topsoil down. And so I've just been waiting and waiting. But as that's been kind of in a holding pattern, everything's getting finished. And the only thing I got to get done is a couple things inside cosmetically, and we're done. And very, very, very excited. It's been a learning experience. I'm so glad I did it. And my wife's, she's kick-ass contractor. I'm just telling you, she project management. She's on top of everything. And listen, I did the books and I did this and that, but she built that house. So I'm going to give a real good splash in the magazine coming up in my issue 6 for June. And we're going to get a professional photographer, get the little drone overhead. But everybody's waiting for us to get the thing finished so they can all come in, all our neighbors. But they've already looked through it, but they haven't seen it because I've locked the doors. And since I got the garages and we've put locks on all the doors, you can't get in, unless you know where the key is out there. So, anyway, hey, here's my word of the day for Saturday. Mark this. So, here's my word of the day for Saturday, May 10th, 2025, before I go pick up my son down at the airport about before 6 o'clock. And that word is steadfastness. Yeah, I know it's a tongue twister. Steadfastness. And that's basically just believing something really, really hard and, you continue in that direction and, you're behind it 100%. It's an awesome, awesome word. And you can apply it to anything that you do. Business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing in a 24-hour period. Steadfastness. It's just a good word. It's a confident word. It's a strong word. It's got foundation in it. But once again, it's a connector, okay? Because steadfastness connects your journey from when you start and you finish. And it keeps you on the narrow, in the middle, going down staying on the road, on the white line, not getting out in the weeds and the berm and stuff. Steadfastness, it's consistency, it's persistence, it's giving you all whenever you can, and it applies to anything, business, personal, athletics, sleep, whatever you do in a 24-hour period. If you're steadfastness, you're moving forward, you're learning, you're going, you're doing, you're taking action. It's just characteristically, that word is awesome to have in your verbiage. Steadfastness. Let's talk about athletics with steadfastness. All right. You've been playing lacrosse your whole life. And now finally, you're made the varsity and you're playing with some of the best players in the state and The season's basically, over this week, the state championships and all that. You're playing in it, and then summertime comes and you got to make some of these travel teams. And the coach is there. Like, I'm a lacrosse coach, hockey coach. Listen, I'm a coach. Bottom line is, if I find out that you have steadfastness in your ability to perform, I want you on my team, because people will learn from you. And because they're going to say, how did you do that? I practiced, until I got it right. Or how did you learn how to, shoot so accurately? Because I worked on my stick skills. I threw every day, all right? And I knew how important it was for shooting percentage. The higher shooting percentage you have at the target, hitting it, the more goals you're going to put up. And just remember, you win games by having more goals or points than the other guy. And you can win ugly, pretty, whichever way, and have all the stuff. But the bottom line is, the most important stat to win, you got to have more points than the other person. And how you got there, hey, that's up for debate. But you're going to have good ways and not so good games. And the bottom line is, but you want to get W's. And there's nothing wrong with learning and not winning, all right? And not have that pressure of going undefeated and all that stuff. But steadfastness, that's just being, like, I'm steadfastness because I want to win that championship. And all the two-a-days I did, and all keeping my grades up, and I'm keeping my body in shape, and eating the right food, doing enough research and videotape, talking to some of my buds that know these guys are on that team and what they're running, what they're thinking of us and all that. Man, that is steadfastness, man. That's what it's all about, all right? Business, steadfastness, man. Business is just like athletics, except it's more competitive. It's more stressful because there's money involved. And, you got to always figure out different ways to rally your people and, rally the troops and get things done and make the best use of your time, all right? And being steadfastness, whether you're, just a junior associate or a vice president at the C-level or the owner of the company, steadfastness, it's just, God, increase your market share. I got to get it done. All right, I'm launching a new product with, just in 2 years of R&D, and I'm launching a new product. I built this direction that I want to go. I got to be steadfastness, have the blinders on, positive attitude, and go for it, and let the chips fall where they may. All right, and in business, steadfastness is such a high quality thing to have in you, in verbiage. People can just feel it sometimes. You don't even have to say the word. They're like, hey man, that guy's steadfastness. Solid as a freaking rock. How did he get there? The hard school of knocks, going out and learning everything there is about this business to run it to be successful. Steadfastness. Relationships. Oh, steadfast. You got to be steadfastness every day. All right? Because, some days are going to be better than others. And it's your responsibility to make that you make a positive out of every negative, if there is one. All right? Because the more that you do that, and the more positive days that you have, the better off your life's going to be. The better you're going to sleep. The better you're going to, operate under pressure with your job. The better your relationship's going to be. And if your steadfastness on being positive, having fun, finding what you like, what that person doesn't like, how they tick, all of that stuff, it's just an awesome way to get into a relationship. And it doesn't have to be personal. Just think about all the people you communicate with every day. All right. But if you have that conversation and you're steadfastness and you show that you know what you're talking about, but you're still enthusiastic, you're energetic, you're enjoying life, people, you walk away and they're like, man, that guy, steadfastness, man. That's the only word I can think of to describe that guy. And you only talk to him for a couple of minutes. That's why if you talk with purpose and use as least as many words as possible so people can know what the heck you're saying, and to get your point across, you're so much ahead of the game. All right? I'd walk out here, but it's still drizzling pretty good. But it's nice to stay underneath the deck. And I got a couple of birds' nests up here. I'm surprised they're not in there. Anyway, to get back to steadfastness, you need it in relationships. Doesn't matter if it's personal or whatever, just people that you interact with every day. It's crucial to just making your days that much better. And being steadfast with sleep, you got to know how much sleep you need. I need 6 to 6.5 hours a night. So I'm steadfastness about what I eat, what I do during the day to get my body ready. So when I'm getting ready to unplug, get in bed, and floss, my body knows, man. Hey, man, he's steadfastness in his routine, man. And I know I'm going to get about 6 to 6.5 hours. And I wake up, I'm going to kick tail for David tomorrow again. Because he did everything he said he was going to do, and he treats me right. And he does, puts the right food in me. Doesn't, knows me when to push me, when not, when we do our treks and all that kind of stuff. Hey, man, I'm going to get the rest that I need so I can get it done tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And your body, if you take care of it, your steadfastness on all the things that you do to make sure that you get good sleep and keep your body together, it'll last as long as you do. So, hey, from the heart, take it to the bank, put it up here in your knowledge vault and use it for when, hey, on a cloudy day, a rainy day like today, or a sunny day, snowing day, sleeting day, hurricane, tornado, whatever. It stops raining. I'm going to walk around here. Hey, steadfastness. It's just such a good word. And if you do that every day, every week, every month, for the remainder of the year, okay, and December 31st, and you use your phone as your data input, starting point, end point, and all those days in between there, you will learn so much about yourself, all right? And people can know that you're steadfastness because you completed it. And if you be consistent, don't miss a day. All the way to December 3rd, you'll have a little less than 8 months of data on yourself, but you'll remember every day, oh yeah, that's the day that this happened, or oh, I remember that, I was right on the money there, or I should have worked a little harder there, or I should have toned it out here. You learn all of that stuff. And steadfastness, it just keeps you on the air, and it gives you confidence, because you believe, because you know you're doing the right thing. All right? And, it like I said, but getting all that data, you'll get addicted. You'll do it for the rest of your life. And you'll see a difference in yourself. Your spouse, your husband, your wife, your kids, your pets, your coworkers, your teammates, your mind. You'll see all that stuff change. But you gotta have data to back it up. All right? And a little every day, a little improvement every day, a little at steadfastness. It's such a diverse word. It'll help you in everything that you do. All right? So, appreciate y'all out there. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. I'm going to go pick up my son and have a great weekend, and then look forward to a fantastic Monday and constructive, and finish things out here. Sell my house, get my other house done, and then get back to my magazine, close it, and get my one issue out, and get May done right after issue 5, right after Memorial Day weekend, and then have just an amazing second half of the year, And I got a bunch of other projects I got going on too. So, hey, appreciate y'all out there. Be safe, take action, steadfastness.